Are you obsessed with shiny things with little magical numbers on them that you can roll around? If not, you might also just be a crow. Yeah, but you're gonna enjoy the game anyway. Roguelikes are pretty played out, much like adult sites in Texas. So sometimes you gotta mix it up, all right? Sometimes you gotta roll the dice. So today we're talking about slice and dice, and I think it's pretty nice. Usually I'm not one to do RNG-based games. They kind of annoy the ever-living shit out of me. I hate nothing more than a game that takes away any skill or knowledge that I have, only to like mitigate it entirely by a random number generator. And I'm not one to leave things up to RNGesus. I'm a pretty unlucky boy, but like most of the leftovers in my fridge, it's pretty good. You've watched My Hero Academia 5 times. Holy shit. See, the reason why I can get behind this RNG is not just because of the beautiful graphics, nor the gameplay, nor, you know, the fact that I can just play as dogs. A lot of other reasons. I mean, the game is so low intensity. The story is you. 5 heroes can possibly be, I think it's 8, and as you go through 20 rounds of a dungeon until you win or you lose, and that's the story.
That's over. I'd like to just pump him out, bro. Just, you know what I mean? Just like, just pump. Just pump, do 2 at the same time. Pump.
Kind of where, like, there's not really any other story, but that, you don't need more story. If you want more, you're selfish. Each round, you and your 5 heroes roll dice. On these dice have all of the abilities that you might have stored in your hot little talked bodies. They're pixel art, so that's weird. Every round, you get 2 re-rolls, and you can re-roll those said die. Now, there are abilities that let you re-roll more, but there are obviously pros and cons, but trust me when I say, a lot of this game has a lot of cons.
I didn't plan that. I was pure accidental.
The gambler has 2 very strong attacks, but as you can see, the rest of the sides of the die are non-existent. Now, in a lot of games, they would have told you, or at the very least let you have no other sides covered and then only have those 2 sides. So then which fact you could only hit those 2 sides. But no. In Slice and Dice has made it so if you don't have those sides covered, go fuck yourself. So for me personally, one of my favorite tactics to do is take the very strong characters who have these very exaggerated attacks or healing or defense, and what I try to do is either duplicate them with an item or cover all of them with a healing item. And then, you know, and try and increase their PP. Most of you can guess what PP is, but I'm gonna leave it there just because it's funny. Because I said the word PP, or technically it's the 2 letters, but it doesn't. Each hero gets to roll. On each re-roll, you can choose to keep some or other die. So say in the scenario that you have a character that you really like the monk, and you have a 3 PP stack. 3 PP stacked defensive palm thrust, which allows you to protect another and take the damage on yourself. Well, you could pick that out and then re-roll the rest of the dice for the other heroes. Very simple stuff, guys, all right? Keep up with me, all right? Keep up. Now, in this game, you can defend, heal, get mana, use a power, which I don't think uses doesn't use an action, but we'll have to see. And then obviously you get your various attacks, abilities, you know, bows and what have you. Now the monsters will roll before you so you know what attacks and who they're attacking. This can include summoning other wolves or bone boys, skeletons, but they're called bone boys, you know, so they can bone you down. There can be attacks, there can be smog, there can be stunning. The point is there's a whole variations of attacks and abilities, and the monsters will always roll before you, allowing you to be able to see where they're telegraphed to attack, or what, like, I'm stumbling over my, you would say, oh wow, if I know what's gonna happen, this is gonna be kind of easy. That's just straight up untrue, because nobody escapes the firm yet toothy grasp of RNG. The truth of the matter is you will make more mistakes than RNG will try and stick its entire goddamn fist inside of you. The truth of the matter is that you're gonna pick the wrong guy, all right? You're gonna pick the wrong items, you're gonna pick the wrong moves, you're gonna re-roll at the wrong time. The point is that this game, though, has dice that have RNG factors to it. I would easily say that you yourself are the real shitty RNG. You're gonna do stuff like re-roll instead of clicking done when you shouldn't have re-rolled because you just misclicked. There's gonna be times where you pick to upgrade the wrong guy and then you find out you have too much defense and not enough attack. There's gonna be times where you pick an item that you think is gonna be useful and then you find out that it's actually not useful at all. The fact is that future planning is important. And as they say, the history informs the future. You verse the Lich, that's not your fault. Lich is dog shit. Truth of the matter is you might not just lose by 1 round. Often you can lose by the second round. On the first round, you make a mistake, you lose 2 to 3 heroes, and then on the round following that, you can't recover. Truth is you'll probably know a run's over before it's even ended.
Ow!
Now let's talk about some things I really like about the game. I'm really a big fan of the jukebox. If you don't know, within the menu, you can go to the jukebox and you can pick what type of song you want, the playlist that you want. You can take out some songs that you're not a big fan of. This allows you to essentially pick and choose the way that you want to stylize the game. I think the OSTs are absolutely phenomenal. So kudos to the person who did them. I can't be bothered looking up your name, but if you see this video, you're doing a great job. Point is that this kind of menu customization is pretty inconsistent. A lot of people don't do this because it doesn't have enough real value, I believe. But I do think that it's vastly underrated, and I think it actually improves the game a whole heap, allowing people to sort of customize the way that they play the game. There's also a switch that allows you to change it from roguelike to roguelite, so that's also cool. I don't really have anything bad to say about the game. Why would I? The game's near on perfect. I'll tell you why. I'm a big fan of games that have failure mechanics, and this game gives me a whole heap of failure mechanics. Dark Souls being one game that I really appreciate. I like games that tell me that I fucked up, that I made a mistake. I think there's not enough games that allow you to be challenged to make better choices, or at very least to make decisions that are more calculated, right? And I'm gonna say this while simultaneously saying I'm absolutely atrocious on most of these games, but it doesn't stop me from enjoying it because I'm a masochist and there's things I haven't dealt with in my childhood. Overall, the game is a massive W in my eyes, and I think that anybody would be a fool not to get it for like what is $13 Australian, which equates to being like $6 everywhere else. So if you haven't, go check it out. If you like slower paced games that allow you to sort of think and chill, vary to the range of a little bit idle because there is no time-based things, you kind of just pick and roll and chill. I would highly recommend it. If you don't like the game, tell me why in the comment section. And if you enjoyed the video, press like. And if you enjoy the content, I do stream over at Twitch. Most often of the time, I'm either streaming a game that I'm gonna be reviewing, or I'm just doing something fun event-wise that I just felt like doing. I appreciate you guys, and I will talk to you later. I don't know why I did that. It wasn't a penis.